This message is for the one who knows something in their life can't keep going the same way. If the same thought has been following you, the same heaviness has been sitting on you, and the same inner voice keeps saying something has to change, then this reading is for you. Hello, my beautiful collective. What I'm getting very strongly today is that many of you have been feeling heavy. Not because your life is completely wrong, not because you are falling, definitely not because you failed in any way, but because the way you have been carrying your life is no longer aligned with who you are becoming. And if the same thought keeps coming back, the same urge to change something, the same feeling that says, I cannot keep doing this the same way anymore, then the Most High and Spirit say that is nothing random. You are not overthinking. Your soul is trying to get your attention. This collective is outgrowing old roles, old routines, old patterns, and old responsibilities that no longer fit your next level. And what Spirit is revealing through this message is that the heaviness is not punishment. It is recalibration. Trust the process. It is a sign that the old structure can no longer hold who you are becoming. Because many of you are not just being asked to change your life. You're being asked to accept a new one. So as we move into this reading, ask yourself honestly, am I holding on to the old out of alignment or out of habit? My beautiful collective, the strongest feeling I'm getting today is that many of you are no longer just feeling change. You're feeling pressure. Not necessarily because something is wrong, but because the way you have been living, the way you have been carrying things, the way you've been showing up for everyone and everything is beginning to feel heavier than it used to. So get these 40 minutes going, and then we will just see how they want to come off the top. All right, so Spirit says very clearly that heaviness is not random. Everything is structured and has a reason. That heaviness is a signal. Many of you have been trapped inside a routine that once made sense, and now it's feeling like it's coming down on you. A set of responsibilities that once felt natural, a role that once felt aligned, a life structure that once felt stable enough to maintain. But now, something in you is looking at it differently, from a more balanced state. And the thought that keeps quietly coming back is, I don't want to do this the same way anymore. And Spirit wants me to say this right at the beginning. You are not becoming ungrateful. You are not failing. You are not falling. You are not becoming irresponsible. You are not erratic. You are not rejecting love. And you are not rejecting your purpose. You are becoming more honest about what no longer fits your soul. So it's a beautiful message of liberation that's coming through today. And with Asunda, we see that all you need to do is get clear on what you desire, stay in alignment, and take inspired action towards your goals, and you will succeed at this time. Because there's a powerful energy of six. And if you look, it looks like a whole bunch of sixes spiraled up together. So it's a powerful energy of six. And because the energy of six is being disrupted, and when six energy begins to shift, what used to feel manageable starts to feel heavy. What used to feel normal starts to feel draining. And what used to feel like love starts to feel like overextension. What used to feel like duty starts to feel like misalignment. And for many of you, that is exactly where you are. You are noticing where you have been giving too much. You are noticing where your responsibilities have become imbalanced. You're noticing where your own needs have been living at the bottom of the list. And you are noticing where your life has quietly become built around expectation rather than alignment. Spirit is saying this is not a collapse. This is reevaluation. This is recalibration. This is your soul beginning to tell the truth about what it can no longer carry the same way. So ultimately, and this also connects to something else many of you are experiencing right now. The same thought again and again and again. There's something that keeps coming back to your mind here. This endless loop just spiraling through. A change, a move, a business for some of you, a conversation for others, an ending, a beginning, a decision, a release, a different life. Ultimately, it is a change, and you may have told yourself, maybe I'm just overthinking. Maybe this is random. Maybe I'm just restless. But Spirit says, you are not overthinking. Trust your psychic abilities at this time. Trust your intuition. When the same thought keeps returning, it is often because your energy is trying to get your attention. If there is a persistent thought that you cannot shake, it's one that you need to pursue at this time. The thought is not random noise. The thought is a signal. The thought is being created by the shift already happening within you. And your soul is pressing against the walls of an old structure. So many people dismiss this kind of prompting for months. Stuck in their feelings, stuck in their emotions, not realizing or seeing that their emotions and their feelings are actually what are driving the ship for them. It truly is helping them to manifest unconsciously and for others consciously here. So many people dismiss this kind of prompting for months because that's a part of conscious manifestation. When you listen to your body, when you go with the emotions that are in your highest alignment, what makes you feel good? What lights you up? Sometimes years they go with dismissing it, only to look back later and realize the soul knew long before the personality was ready to admit it. So if the same thought keeps returning, the same nudge, the same idea, the same truth, the same whisper of a new life, pay attention. Because you are returning to balance. Sacral energy has been awakened within you. This strong balancing energy. This energy that can sense abundance in all areas of your life. Because this collective is in a moment where inner repetition is becoming divine instruction. And the deeper message here is that you are being prepared to redefine responsibility. Not based on guilt, not based on obligation, not based on over functioning, not based on who you had to be in survival mode, but based on alignment and balance. Sacral chakra energy. Embracing the inner child, embracing the experience in this world with the innocence of childlike wonder and curiosity for whatever comes next. Knowing that it's all happening for you and not to you, co-creating with the universe in that 2 energy, 222 energy, destiny. So ultimately, this is about finding a deeper balance. And some of you are learning that caring and overextending are not the same thing. Some of you are learning that love does not mean depletion. Some of you are learning that the role you once carried faithfully may now be the very thing Spirit is asking you to release, rebalance, or transform. Because 6 energy has presented itself in the Asunda. And when 6 energy is healthy, it creates belonging and stability, nurturing, devotion. But when 6 energy becomes distorted, it can become exhaustion, self-neglect, emotional labor without reciprocity, and quiet resentment hidden under loyalty. And Spirit is saying the disruption is happening so that balance can return. Not so you reject responsibility altogether, but so you see things clearly and make wise choices. And so you stop carrying what was never truly yours to carry forever. This is a profound turning point for the collective. Wow. Taurus energy coming out, this Venusian energy, and as we are entering Taurus, I love the fact that this is coming out. I'm a Taurus, or sun sign Taurus, I should say. I feel like we're all these different array of signs, and that's what really truly makes us up, is that great fingerprint in the sky of when we were born, which is our natal chart or whatever. But ultimately, I am a sun sign Taurus. So we are entering the season of Taurus, solar return of Taurus, and also there's a deep Venusian energy and a deep tie to stability and also to the home. And this is also a big tie to 6 energy. 6 energy, Taurus energy, Libra energy, all of those have a deep resonance with each other because they all have a deep resonance with balance and with love and with nurturing and stability, and with the home and belonging. So this is a very profound turning point with the season. This shows that the season is bringing in a change for the collective, because many of you are not just adjusting habits here. You are stepping into an entirely new soul contract. And I feel that very strongly through the codes of 2229 for this transmission, 5700, 5577, 1771 is coming through. 432 for the universal flow, 64, 46, 1818, 88, 22, 2255, 789, and 444 plus 3330. So all powerful numbers, all powerful changes in the perspective and in the masculine energy here. So what this is saying is the old phase of struggle is ending. The new phase of stewardship is beginning. And the divine is not only changing your circumstances, the divine is changing your assignment. For many of you, this is speaking first. It feels like a sacred contract update. It feels like the end of heavy karmic clearing, of new mental clarity, the end of proving, the end of surviving, the end of feeling like you have to carry everything through force. And it marks the beginning of something higher. Peace with purpose, abundance with alignment, love with maturity, and a life where your external reality begins to reflect your internal spiritual status and your mental state. I love this. So you are not here just to endure. Many of you are moving from struggle into stewardship. You are here to steward, to anchor heaven on earth, to let your material life finally begin to mirror your soul truth, to let joy and peace become practical realities, not distant spiritual ideas. And with Sephiroth Hod in general comes responsibility. Your thoughts are manifesting faster here. Your emotional state matters more. Look at the energy, this orange sacral energy, this creative energy. This is a very deep, creative, fundamental, internal energy that manifests very quickly when in balance. So your emotional state matters more. Your relationships matter more. Your calm matters more. You're being asked to become emotionally sovereign, balanced, steady, and less reactive. More trusting, more willing to let divine timing work without forcing in outcomes. Because another big message here is to stop forcing. There's a strong theme here in this, I guess, part 2 edition of the Divine Royal Collective reading messages around letting go of control. Many of you have been trying to force clarity, and it's leading to your manifestations not coming in fully and a mental and emotional imbalance that is causing stagnation in your manifestations. So many of you have been trying to force clarity, force people to understand, force outcomes, force the timing, force doors open, force your way into a life that can only be entered through surrender. And Spirit says your next level cannot be built through force. It must be entered through alignment. Through the alignment. So ultimately, you are leaving behind the valley of struggle and stepping into the remembrance that you are a creator. Not just someone surviving circumstances. Not just someone reacting to life. Right? But someone with divine authority. Creator authority. Spiritual sovereignty. The old cycle is complete. The new sovereign reality is being activated. The Midas touch energy is returning. What you touch can prosper. What you align with can grow. What you devote yourself to can be blessed. But the sigil of Avalon also comes with a demand. Stop seeing yourself as powerless. Stop waiting for someone else to save you. Stop standing outside your own authority. Stop acting like your intuition is less valuable than outside opinions. Because the deepest part of this message says your internal wisdom is not optional right now. It is essential. You are being called to listen within more than ever before. Ultimately, the transformation is not slow anymore. This is accelerated spiritual growth, accelerated release, accelerated awakening, accelerated movement into a more sovereign life. It carries the message that your inner spiritual royalty is meant to become visible in your outer life now. Not just inwardly known, not just privately held, but outwardly embodied. Om says the new life is here. Move beyond the comfort zone into this third eye energy of divine insight. Release the old structures. Trust the shift. Walk away from what no longer resonates with your sovereign nature. And the deeper truth here is that many of you did not incarnate to live inside low frequency structures forever. You came to bring a different pattern, a different order, a different level of consciousness, a different template of leadership, love, healing, and creation. That message becomes even more strong with crown chakra. This carries a beautiful but fierce energy. It says, this is a soul upgrade, a karmic clearing, a personal mastery initiation. Many of you are being invited into a new life that is free from old constraints. Believe it. But it will require courage, acting in spite of fear, acting in deliberate opposition to fear. It will require calculated risks. It will require trusting the soul's quiet nudge. Even when the next move does not make perfect logical sense. This says walk the talk, act as if, ground your energy, release the old, take the courageous step, and be led from within. And there's something very important here for the collective. Many of you are not just ending a difficult chapter. You are ending a version of life where karmic repetition was the primary teacher. And your solid spirit is saying this next chapter is not meant to be built around suffering. This next chapter is meant to be built around mastery, peace, abundance, creativity, truth, and embodied love. That message also comes through here in Gemini. It almost feels like a divine rhythm or a balance. This divine choreography, this tango of two, this sacred harmony. It says that even if everything feels unfamiliar, there is an order to what is happening. There is a rhythm to the rearrangement. There is music beneath the change. You are on the right track, even if the whole map is not visible. You do not need the full map. You need the next aligned step. So the secrets are being revealed to you through signs, symbols, synchronicities, through messages like these, through your own intuition, but you're being urged to trust what's within you, the secrets held within you right now. You are unveiling and truly releasing old constraints and confinements, self-imposed limitation, and non-beneficial beliefs that have held back secrets and ancient wisdom that is within you. And it's coming online now. There are certain things that you're just starting to know to do, or that you've started doing and you don't know why, out of the blue. There are certain ways that you're improving your life, or certain things that you're drawn to now. And these are nudges that we've been talking about here, and the thought processes and the intuition that you need to be trusting yourself with so that it can improve your life and heighten the alignment, raise your vibrational rate so that you can manifest all the desires you have in this life. That's the message coming through in this moon card. Also, it speaks of needing reorganization of the thoughts and the subconscious repatterning. The practical, the creative, and the intuitive to the triad of your life. Your foundations must reflect your wisdom, is what this says. Your creativity must reflect your soul. Your intuition must lead over fear. This is also where self-care becomes a sacred act in this Libra and Taurus energy. Not indulgence, not avoidance, alignment. A balance in you and a balance in your life. Knowing your worth on the Taurus side and keeping things aligned and in balance on the Libra side. Because if the nervous system is overloaded, the soul will keep sounding louder signals until the body listens. Just sounding signals off until you finally cave in and give in to whatever the nudge, whatever the feeling, whatever the anxiousness or however it comes through for you is. So this is a very stabilizing message. It says, stop fearing that your material life will collapse if you choose alignment. For many of you, there has been hidden fear around career, money, home, or stability here. Fear that if you stop overextending, if you set the boundary, if you choose the new path, if you stop playing the old role, everything will fall apart. But this says the opposite. It says this shift is divinely supported. Your needs are being arranged. Your stability is being restructured. You are not being asked to leap into chaos. You are being guided into a better form of order. So this says build the new foundation. Organize. Steady yourself. Nurture your inner world. Let harmony become the engine of your next chapter. Ultimately, this is the breakthrough that you've been waiting for. The abundance, the leadership, the rebirth, the freedom. It says that for many of you, your hard work is about to pay off in visible ways. That new opportunity, all of these new opportunities, material support, and greater sovereignty are available now. That the old bondage season is ending and the reward season is opening. But it also says, do not wait passively. Divine manifestation is not passive. It takes inspired action. So this means lead, choose, move, take decisive action towards your goals, embody your sovereignty, act as if, and have faith and belief that it will be rendered unto you. So because abundance is not just about receiving more, it's about becoming the version of yourself who can hold more with grace, wisdom, and integrity. This message keeps building through a deeper, higher level of abundance and balanced partnership that are trying to form in your life. Something that wants to form or is aligned, that is coming through, or confirmation received. But for some of you, this is something that you're not trying to let go of, that's standing in the way of something that's trying to come in that's better aligned. So take it how it resonates, but some of you are calling in aligned relationships. Others of you are calling in collaborators. Some of you are calling in opportunities that expand your influence. Some are calling in both love and legacy at the same time. Okay. This says be open to any new connection and be open to new opportunities that are coming to you and being open to the new architecture of your life. So this is staying balanced in your emotions, keeping equilibrium, Do not let power pull you out of peace. Do not let material expansion disconnect you from spiritual alignment. Do not let desire outpace discernment. Because this collective is not just being given blessings. It is being given management responsibility. This is a major liberation code. It says you are breaking free from restrictive cycles. You are building something new here. You're creating actively. You are balancing freedom with purpose, change with harmony, movement with stewardship. This says the seeds you planted are beginning to bloom, and the hard work was not wasted. The healing was not wasted. The spiritual discipline was not wasted. But now you must trust the changes. Act with intention. Act decisively. Stop shrinking from what is opening. This also carries very strong boundary energy. No more tolerating what drains you. No more calling self-abandonment compassion. No more living from a pattern of constant accommodation while your own soul is suffocating. This next chapter requires a stronger boundary, a stronger core value that boundaries are enforced around, and a more honest relationship with your own energy. So this feels like forward motion, ascending motion, phoenix motion, phoenix motion. It says a chapter is closing to make room for a higher expression of your life. This is something beautiful. The quiet work is done. The unseen effort, the hidden healing, the internal building, the refining in silence, it has built a foundation, and now the invisible is ready to become visible. This says you are not here for average. You are not here to remain in maintenance mode forever. You are here to create impact. You are here to create ripples. You are here to become a beacon. And yes, abundance is a part of that. So congratulations for finding your way back to you. But so is altruism. So is service. So is wise leadership. And so is rest. So this feels like a fortress almost. It really, really does. Protection, support, grounding, confirmation. This is huge. Oh, the phoenix is flying the coop. This is huge. And it's leading you back to all you have ever known, all that you ever were, and all that you ever will be. Infinity, eternity. You are not alone in this level up. You are surrounded, guided, shielded, held. This confirms that the new life is safe, that your foundation is becoming solid, that your hard work is stabilizing into something real, that you are allowed to stop living like you are unsupported. And this has a strong leadership message. Stop playing small. Stop doubting the role. Stop waiting for unanimous permission. Okay? Take grounded action. Claim the protection. Strengthen your boundaries. Honor your intuition. Build the life. Act courageously. And move confidently and inspired towards your goals. And then the message culminates in Chesed, Sephirah. So, Chesed coming out in this reading feels like the final expansion code over this reading. It says the old trauma's survivor identity must be released. The creator identity must be accepted. Chesed is joy, creativity, expression, ascended master support, immediate manifestation, truth spoken without shrinking, healing, health and healing, well-being, harmony, peace of mind. It says that many of you are moving into a phase where life is meant to become easier, more joyful, more expansive, more creatively aligned, and more abundantly supported. Not because you are escaping responsibility, but because you are finally accepting the life your soul has been trying to lead you into. This also says use your voice with this blue chakra energy coming out, throat chakra energy. Speak, create, express, build, share, take the leap on the passion project, whatever that means for you. Stop hiding the light under old roles that have already expired. And through all of this, Spirit keeps saying the same thing. You are not failing. You are not falling. There is nothing going wrong with you. You're not failing at your responsibilities. You are redefining them. That is the heart of this message. If your routine feels suffocating, if your obligations feel heavier, if your life feels like it needs more space, more truth, more peace, more alignment, more communication, that does not mean you are broken. It means your soul is asking for a different structure. It means the divine is presenting a new life and asking whether you will keep clinging to the old arrangement out of fear or step into the new arrangement out of trust. And I also want to speak briefly to the animal kingdom resonance around the message because it feels significant. So when I tapped into the energy, I pulled these cards earlier before we started the reading just to see what animal spirits were coming at us. And we have the crow and raven for carrying intelligence. This is the prophecy, the omens and messages from beyond, the obvious. And coming out of the unseen realm. They confirm that signs are real. Patterns are speaking, and you are meant to pay attention. Swan came out carrying elegance, grace, and confidence. Ultimately, this is your soul beauty, your transformation, and your sacred union. Confirmation received. It says your next level is not only powerful, it is refined. The stickworm carries adaptation, camouflage, and subtle transformation. It reminds you that not every shift is loud at first, but it is still real. The owl brings wisdom, night vision, and the ability to see through illusions. Also, deep secrets, especially with the moon energy that came out earlier. Yeah. Owl and moon energy means that some secrets are going to be revealed to you, or something that was kept hidden from you is going to come to the light, one way or another. Okay? The darker night is going to see the light. Now, ultimately, the owl brings this wisdom and this night vision, or the seeing through the darkness clearly, or seeing through secrets, and the ability to see through illusion. right? So trust what you are seeing beneath the surface. Ladybug comes in bringing divine luck and gentle blessings. So look out for ladybugs that you might see as the season progresses, and the return of lightness after a long season of heaviness, right? The deer, okay, brings gentleness, innocence, gentle blessings, sensitivity, and heart led movement. It reminds you that you do not have to become harsh to become powerful. You do not have to become harsh to become powerful. But awaken your lion. This carries royalty, courage, leadership, and dominion. Your sovereign energy is rising. Falcon and eagle and all birds of prey carry higher vision, precision, elevation, and divine perspective. You are being asked to rise above the noise and see from the attitude of truth. Ultimately, bear is carrying grounded power, protection, instinct, and the wisdom of cycles. So rest is a part of your power too. And this is a reminder of that. Also of the playfulness of the bear cub. So I don't have a card for Bat, but Bat did have a message today. So Bat carries rebirth, shadow, navigation, and moving by inner senses. Also, deep connections to sound and using sound to navigate this world rather than surface sight, okay? So this can also be moving by inner senses or intuition. So trust what guides you from within is the message from Bat. So your very next steps, collective, are clear. First, acknowledge what is no longer working, okay? Be honest. What is no longer working for you? And it's okay. It's okay if you can't perfectly align, or if it's not all coming together for you at this time, or even if you feel like you're bogged down by the chaos. Just know that it's a passing phase and that there is a readjustment, realignment, and a recalibration that's happening internally and externally for you that is equaling a new calibration and ultimately a new alignment and a new experience that you get to participate with in this life. So second, accept the new life being presented. You may need to say, I accept this new life of abundance and peace presented by the divine. I accept the new path opening for me now. I release the old and welcome the alignment. Third, stop forcing. Let divine timing breathe. Let the architects behind the scenes work. Trust that not every aligned thing has to be wrestled into existence. Fourth, act on the honest next step. Not 10 steps, not the whole map, the next truthful move. Fifth, prioritize self-care, healing, and grounding. Because your body must be able to hold what your spirit is receiving. So keep all of those spiritual practices going. If you do Qigong, if you do yoga, if you do Reiki, if you just do deep meditation, if you just get out in nature, these things are going to really help to increase the capacity of those energetic cylinders, those energetic containers, right? And this is like a conscious container. And so when we build into that, we're building into the level of abundance and manifestations that we can hold in our life. So fifth, prioritize self-care, healing, and grounding. Because your body must be able to hold what your spirit is receiving. Sixth, strengthen your boundaries. Protect your peace, protect your time, protect your field, protect the emerging life. Seventh, use your voice and your creativity. With that Bat energy, use your sound and your intuition to navigate this reality. and to experience this world in the way that you see fit. This is not the season to hide. This is the season to express, declare, build, and create. So, and finally, trust your intuition over external noise, because the deepest truth in this part two message is this: the heaviness you feel is not proof that you are failing. It is proof that your soul is outgrowing an old arrangement. That's all. The repeated thought is not random, it is instruction. The disruption is not punishment, it is rebalancing. The new life is not far away, is what the guides are saying. It is already being presented. And the question before the Divine Royal Collective now is not whether the Divine is opening the door. The question is, will you stop trying to carry the old life the same way and finally say yes to the new one? I love this message. I love you all, to each and every subscriber on my channel. I love you all unconditionally. I love anyone who actually watched any of these messages unconditionally. If you were in this message or the Divine Royal Message Part 1, then obviously you are part of my cosmic family and soul tribe, and so I have a deeper connection to you. But at the end of the day, I have a deep connection to humanity, and I love you all unconditionally. So as always, in this time and space, I am eternally grateful for you being in this place, and I send you all of my light, my love, and my blessings, and I will see you all in my next reading.